against the odds of selling real estate. How can you succeed? This is how you can succeed.
This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the New Agents Group, I'm doing this message just for you. Hopefully you'll hear my message and you'll take it to heart and you will launch your real estate career today. I'm James Festini, by the way, Southern California real estate agent since 1993. I've clocked in six-figure income by doing the same thing over and over. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. Playing the odds against all odds. Real estate is a contact sport. Real estate is a numbers game. And the name of the game is listings. I'll repeat that because that's my phrase. That's my saying. Real estate is a contact sport. Real estate is a numbers game. The name of the game is listings. Can you play at that? Can you play against all odds in an inventory that is still shrinking? I don't care what anyone says about the inventory going up, inventory going down. What is your personal inventory? What is your personal accountability? How are you faring in this real estate market? I'm telling you, I'm hurting. And all of the top agents are hurting. All of the bottom agents are hurting. Everyone is putting on this facade that's saying, oh, it's a wonderful day for real estate. Oh, I'm showing houses, which actually I'm showing houses in an area that, is a little bit far from me. But making ends meet and trying to get ahead of the game is a real thing. It's a real battle. In this real estate industry, we'll go up, we'll go down, we'll face some obstacles, we'll tighten the belt, we'll loosen the belt. We'll go on vacation, we'll come back from vacation thinking, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. This sales game, I know very, very few real estate agents. In 26 years of doing this, I know very few who get out with a pocket full of cash. The ones that I know that have done it right. I'm confessing to you, I've been doing it wrong. Not the part where I make money, but the part where I should have made more by investing. I wish I had a time machine. I wish I could just ship this phone back in time. I don't even need to go back in time. I wish I could just send the phone back and tell myself, James, buy one house a year. Whatever it is, buy one house a year. And by the time you're 45, you'll be able to retire. You could just sell one house every couple of year or two and you'll be all right. I wish I could say that. So I want to tell you guys, playing the odds against all odds, it's real. The struggle is real. The financial burden, the success and failure is real. The illusion that your competition will give you is that they're doing all sorts of business. But when you check the stats in your community, which my MLS, I can see what they're doing. And I can see their ad spend. That's the big thing too, is that these top agents will share with you how successful they are. But if you really looked and you saw how much they were spending on Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com, you'd realize $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 a month, and you do the math and you'd be like, it's all a front. If there's one industry that epitomizes the perfect life, that how people talk about social media where their life is so perfect, it's the freaking real estate agents. I'm telling you. We all make it look, people all the time, oh, you're so successful. I'm like, man, you have no idea how real the struggle is. People always think, oh, yeah, that's why I don't even, in my marketing anymore, I don't say millions sold, because the public perception interprets that as, oh, he sold 500 million? He must be loaded. Let's give it to my cousin Bob. He needs the business. This guy's got 500 million. It's like, no. So don't even use that in your marketing anymore. People don't understand 500 million or 10 million sold last month. People be like, wow, you're rich. No. I'm always escrow rich, cash poor. I have bursts of income. So against those odds, against the odds of being in or out of the business, it's just you're hanging by a thread most of the time, and that thread gets thicker. Sometimes it's a rope. Sometimes you get lucky enough and it's a chain, and then it thins out and the links get weaker and you start. So against the odds of selling real estate, how can you succeed? This is how you can succeed. You bet on the odds. Real estate is a numbers game. Real estate is a contact sport, and the name of the game is listings. If it is a contact sport, you need more contacts. Contacts make contracts. So by whatever method you're using, whether you're out there paying for people to come to you, or you're out there hustling to go find people, it is a contact sport. So every day against the odds, Jim Rohn, I was listening to Jim Rohn, one of the greatest motivational speakers. He was saying that if you're going to knock on a door, why not knock on 1,000? If you're going to make a call, why not make 1,000? These odds seem mind-blowing to someone who's never done it, but to someone who's doing it, it's not that hard. You, as long as you've got 2 legs and a decent back, you can train yourself. I say a decent back because I got a good back, but man, that door knocking, carrying that bag of propaganda for 3 or 4 hours in the sun, you got to carry some water with you, right? If you've got a good head on your shoulders and a decent body, right? Your body's not total crap. You can actually go out and knock on 100 doors. So I knocked on a door yesterday, and by chance, I'm nobody on the internet yet. I'm working on it. But some guy goes, James Festini, seriously? I watch all your YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I don't notice that you're paying member of the Festini Mafia $50 a month and you get daily content Monday through Friday. I'll teach you what to do. He goes, so tell me something, man. You have really mastered this door knocking. You make it look easy. You've mastered it like an artist. Like, look, it's not that I've mastered door knocking. It's that I've knocked many doors. It's not that I've got talent. It's that I've developed a skill. And if you are going to beat the odds, you have to develop a skill. Counting cards, right? You go to Vegas and you know those people who count the cards and they can figure it out and then they get caught and busted. Have you seen those movies? Very, very rarely is it just some like high-functioning autistic that can count cards. Most of the time, it's a skill that people learn. It's how do they calculate the odds for success? How can you calculate your odds for success in this real estate business? Play the numbers against all odds. If you're going out and paying money, that's the thing, is like, as much as I'd love to share with you the best tips for lead generation when you pay money, there's only 2 ways to get leads. They come to you or you go get them. That's it. There's no other way. You either go get them or they come to you. To go get them is sweat and time and busting your butt and swamp ass and blisters on your feet and you know, blisters on your fingertips and back pain from sitting on the desk all day, or blisters on your credit card because you're saying buy now, buy now, buy now. So you're buying into zip codes, you're buying into postcards direct, you're doing every door direct, you're spending money on Zillow, Truly, or Realtor.com, and you're getting all of these inquiries that are coming in and you're trying to convert them into leads. And the odds, you're playing the odds, and they do work. But anybody who knows and has played those odds know that you gotta have a lot. I'm seeing numbers like 100 inquiries will convert to 1 lead, and then 100 of those leads will convert to a sale. So what is that? 1,000 incoming before you make something out of it? Fine. If your numbers are better, individual results may vary. Then I would encourage you, if it's working for you, do more. Play more times, the more at bats. You saw, they talk about like Babe Ruth's strikeout record. How many times Babe Ruth has struck out. But they always talk about him being the home run king. But the sales trainers will talk about how many times he struck out, how many times he was at bat, how many times they failed. We all talk about the failures versus the success because we need to implement a psychology into the sales field that says play the odds. The odds are stacked tremendously against you. New agents and old agents, the competition, the playing field has been leveled. I just lost a $1.5 million listing to someone who they've been in the business like 6 months, and I'm thinking to myself, what's the connection? He's not even in the area. The relationship. So, are you playing the odds for short-term and long-term gain? Short-term being immediately finding someone who says yes and will sign a contract today, right? Or if not today, tomorrow. But these are all short term. The short term is Door knocking, cold calling, expireds for sell by owners, open houses maybe, but you might have to wait till Saturday, right? The short-term thinking. And then the long-term thinking, building relationships, establishing brand. What does this have to do with the numbers? The more you expose yourself, the more you increase the odds, the more the odds are not against you. You need to go out there and increase your chances of success by increasing your odds. What are the odds that I'm going to get a listing today if I knock on 10 doors? Probably not very high. What are the odds if I knock on 1,500 doors in 1 week? Probably much higher. But what if I go out and I knock on 1,500 doors? Yes, I've done it. What if I knocked on 1,500 doors in 1 week and I didn't get a listing? What are the odds? You need to find out what are your odds. The people who go to Vegas and count cards, they know the odds before they step up to the table. In real estate, we don't know our odds. I've had people like that one guy who said yesterday, he goes, James, you do all these doors, but I talked to my manager says door knocking doesn't work. And then I asked him, has he tried it? To which his manager said no. So why would you throw out this thought that door knocking wouldn't work if you never tried it? For those of you who've never door knocked, would it work? I would say yes. But what are you saying? Do you know your odds at the door based on the game that you're playing? You go to Vegas, the guy who counts the cards is counting the cards based on the game. He knows his outcome, he knows his odds, he knows how to win. That's why he goes to that table. He doesn't go to the roulette table to play the odds because the chances are slim to none. But he can count the cards. How can you stack the deck in your favor as a real estate agent in 2019? You go out and find out what the game is. You go out and you play the game. You take my script. It's simple. It's available. You don't have my script, email me at james@jamesfestini.com. I'll send you a copy. It's everywhere on the internet. Go out there, knock on a door, ask the question, and I'll bet you, because my odds are that if I knock on 100 doors, I will have at least 3 people say maybe. And if I get 3 people to say maybe, one of those, say I get 100 maybes, one of them is going to be a listing. What are your odds? I have other people who have so much more success than I do. I'm in a high-end price range. My average doors knocked, they're 900,000 to like 1.2 million. So I don't expect the expectations, just like I'm talking about playing the odds. Playing the odds are based on an expectation. If you have an expectation that door knocking doesn't work and you've never done it, of course it's not going to work. Your odds are against you. You already said it's not going to work. But what if, just what if you went out today, counted 100 business cards, stuck them in your pocket, and just knocked on the door, take James Fest, my script, I was talking to myself in the third person, take my script, go out and knock on 100 doors. How do I choose an area? I'll help you. Walk out your front door, turn right. Is there a door? No. Turn left. Is there a door? Yeah. Start there. You knock on 100 doors, continue to knock until all of those cards are gone, and ask one simple question. You got to increase those odds, and the way to increase those odds is to increase the amount of outbound effort. Babe Ruth, home run king, right, for the day, increase his at-bats. He was never going to be the home run king if he never got to strike out that much. You will never generate a lead if you don't step up to the computer and click buy now, or build the website, or figure out the lead funnel, or better yet, pick up the phone or knock on the door. You'll never know your odds. But if you go, and I promise you this works, if you go out and you take 100 cards and you just go knock on the doors, I know you're interrupting them. So my suggestion is you use my script, because if you're going to interrupt them, you might as well make it super fast and get the hell off their lawn if they're not interested. If they're interested, then you're not interrupting them. You might be inconveniencing them, but if you get their name, number, and information, you come back at a better time, you got a lead. Are you guys following my drift? Against the odds. What are the odds? The odds are stacked against you. If you don't have money and you don't have time, leave the business.
Welcome to the Festini Factor, a weekly program that every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're gonna get a piece of content, actionable items, something that at $50 a month will be an absolute no-brainer. Every weekday, you're gonna receive one video. Monday, we're gonna have motivational messages. Monday Mindset is what it's called. One of the questions everyone asks, how do I keep going? I'm gonna let you in on that. The Monday Motivational. Tuesday is going to be technology. Every Tuesday, I'm going to deliver you a message about the latest and greatest technology, whether it's old school or new school. Every week, you're going to get a Technology Tuesday tip. Wednesday is marketing. Whether you do it online or you're going old school, if you're going door to door and you're creating marketing pieces, you're creating flyers, every Wednesday I'm going to deliver to you actionable plans, actionable items where you can download a template for marketing, whether it's an email marketing piece or an actual printed piece that you can take with you to the doors or a mailer that you can do. You can start adding and building your letter library. Wednesday is going to be marketing pieces, the world of marketing. That's a big day for us. Thursday is going to be sellers, exclusively dedicated to handling sellers, either obtaining listings, negotiating contracts, scripts, dialogues, expires for sell-by owners, you name it. If it's a seller, I'm going to cover it. And of course, Friday, the last day of the week, setting you up for the weekend, buyers. Every Friday, I'm going to give you tips and pieces of advice on how to generate buyer leads, how to handle buyer leads, and that includes negotiating, how to get your offer accepted, how to write the perfect offer, a whole system that I share with you so that you can go out there and get to work. Thanks for watching.
Right? You need one of those two. You either need time or you need money. If you got money, oh man, if you guys got money, you need to call me and hire me as a one-on-one coach. I do one-on-one coaching, jamesfestini.com. Go to training and I'll coach you. If you got money, ooh, I'm not saying I'm going to take your money. I'm going to say I'll tell you where to spend your money and you'll make money. But most agents don't have money. So now what do you got to do? You got to increase your odds by outbound effort. You're either going to spend the money or you're going to spend the time. And if you're not spending your time wisely, i.e., calling and knocking, what else are you going to do? You're going to try to schedule your life around the Chamber of Commerce meeting. You're going to try to schedule your routine around the picnic that the city of your city has so that you can schmooze your way in. Yeah, you can call your sphere of influence once, maybe 6 months later, twice. Maybe you could put out a clever marketing piece. Maybe you can start building your Instagram. I know all of these things because I do all of them, but I'm saying the odds are against you about getting paid. If you're looking to get paid right away, the best thing you can do is hold open house, knock on doors, pick up the phone, and seriously from 9 a.m. to sunset, do these things and increase your odds because the odds are stacked against you. But do you have it? Right? Are you done? Are you physically and mentally done? Then this is not for you. This business, if you see someone like me on the internet doing this, can you imagine how many more there are like me doing this? Maybe in your town. If no one's in your town doing what I'm doing, oh my gosh, you guys have a huge advantage because then you can go do it and then do it. This morning I had somebody reach out to me and goes, James, I wanted some advice. You can reach out to me, guys. You DM me, whatever. She reached out and said, James, I need to know how to stand out door knocking. I said, just door knocking, you'll stand out. Nobody's doing it. Very, very, very rarely, if ever, do I have somebody say, somebody just came to my door, which I don't believe. Very, even more rare do they knock. I'll see agents' propaganda on the doorstep all the time. And I guarantee you, when I knock on the door and the homeowner says, no, not right now, and I say, you think maybe later down the road you'd reconsider? And like, yeah, maybe. I'll say, great, I'd love to take a look at the property. Not right now if it's inconvenience, but let me get your email address and we can talk later down the road and I can help you. Okay, no problem. Name, number, email address. All right, we'll keep in touch. Thanks for your time. Bye. I leave and that propaganda sitting right there at the doorstep. Do you think that agent who ran spray and pray technique got their name, number, and email? Absolutely not. Did I get it? Yeah, because I knocked on the door. What do they say? Ask and it is given. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. You're going to have to push, and in some cases, you have to push a little bit harder. I've had those recently at the door where I'm like, hey, you think maybe later? Well, yeah, not right now. Well, I'd love to email you, keep you posted on the values. Maybe later we can talk. No, that's okay. Yeah, no problem. So where do you plan on going to? Diversion, deflection, thumbtack. If you guys have seen some of my content, content, you know I'm like super, this is NLP for the door knocker. I mean, I'm so like subliminal, you don't even know until you take my door knocking mastery course, jamesfestini.com. Then you'll see how much like, what do you call it? Mind games, right? Where I'm doing this mind game with these people where I want to win if I can help them. It's not a mind F, it's a mind game. And I'm playing the psychology to the people who need me. I'm increasing my odds by increasing my outbound attempts to increase my chances of speaking to someone who actually might be interested in selling. If you are having a conversation with someone who's not interested, it should burn your feet. It should chap your ass. It should like make your hair turn on fire. You're like, I'm door knocking. I'm not getting anywhere. Oh, you're a sweet lady? Okay, great. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your time. Oh, I love your roses. Okay, bye. Bye. You'll do that, right? I'm not a total a-hole. I'm just trying to move on. It's like yesterday, I spent way too much time talking to this guy, but he was a cool dude. He was an agent. He had questions, and I wanted my ego stroked a little bit. But he was asking, so how many doors or how long do you do this door knocking thing? I'm like, I'm going, it's 1 o'clock right now. I'm going to go till about 7. He goes, 7? Like, how many times do you do that a week? I'm like, every day, like Monday through Friday. He goes, man, you must be huge successful. I'm like, I would like to agree with you, but the odds are against me. The odds are against me. Whether you know it or not, just because you knock on 100 doors a day doesn't mean you're closing 100 sides a year. Oh man, James, you're telling me it doesn't work? I'm telling you the odds are against you. All of the top and to the bottom agents on the planet right now are scrambling. I'm about to put out my book, I'm probably about 2 weeks away, about the 5 final frontiers for the salespeople. It's going to be called Fanatical Follow-Up and the Final Frontier. And I'll give you guys an inside look. The 5th and final frontier is the doors. So if we're talking about email, right? We're talking about snail mail, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper going to the door, snail mail, email, text message / internet / outbound. Everything in text could be considered, outbound marketing through the internet, media, online, whether it's Instagram, Messenger, whatever, outbound marketing. And then the 2 last ones are phone and the door. When all of these passive methods are exhausted and the phone truly dies, like it's on life support, I'll be honest with you, I'm a huge telemarketer. Cold calling's on life support. I'm seeing the numbers and I'm not liking the numbers. People are swiping left, caller ID is killing it, spam blockers, the whole 9, it's killing. But I'm still making a living off of it. But the final frontier is going to be the doors. I promise you within the next 5 years, because of this evolution, mark my words, the doors will be the final frontier for the salesperson, and then that's it. We're all going to be slaves to the phone. Will not be as effective at all. It will work, but it'll be extremely ineffective because it'll be hard, right? Technology is killing us. And I'm not talking about the do not call that's taking 50 to 70% of our phone numbers. I'm talking about caller ID saying, I'm busy right now, I don't recognize this number. If you don't have the relationships, we're talking short-term efforts, and these are all long-term relationship building, but I'm talking about short-term efforts. We're talking about the final frontier being the doors. If you don't learn how to door knock in the next couple of years, that will be that'll be it. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. You can go ahead and volunteer your thoughts on this. I'd be curious to find out what you believe will be an active method for lead generation. Active method, not passive. Passive meaning you send something out and wait. You do an open house and you wait. You send out a mailer and you wait. You pay Zillow and you wait. Those are all passive methods. You leave a voice message and you wait. You send a text and you wait. You send a, you fly a blimp and you wait. You do everything and you wait. You network and you wait. Because they're not ready right now. You're not built the relationship. The final frontier to create an immediate connection in 2022 is going to be the door. And then I would say by 2030, by 2025, there'll be a huge increase in no soliciting signs. And by 2030, there will be a nationwide ban on door-to-door solicitation. I promise you. Because that will be the only way that us real estate agents, insurance agents, anybody will be able to crack the code of where are the people at? Where are my consumers at? How do I find the consumers when they're everywhere? 10 years ago, online. That was it, right? Maybe there was one or two. Realtor.com and maybe Zillow when they were launching, and that was it. HomeGain.com, maybe HouseValues.com, maybe, right? And then Craigslist evolved, and now we've got another third one of Facebook, and now we got Instagram, now we got Snapchat, now we got Facebook advertising. Now all of a sudden they're everywhere, and you don't know where. We could do YouTube. Should we do YouTube? Should I do Instagram? Should I syndicate? Listen to Gary Vee, right? Should I syndicate? Should I create one marketing piece and sprinkle it everywhere and pray that it comes to me? Or can I go out and increase my odds by doing that? Don't get me wrong, you know I do that. Increase my odds by doing the things that I could do from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., but then at 8 a.m. it's showtime.
This episode is brought to you by MojoSells.com. Expireds for sell by owners and prospecting solutions along with DNC compliance. It is my CRM of choice because I can set up emails and letters and follow-up campaigns to follow up more efficiently with the leads that I generate. Go to MojoSells.com and make sure you tell them Festini sent you. This episode is also brought to you by Spodio, the perfect door knock companion. Download the Spodio app today. You want more knowledge? Please find me anywhere you consume content. On YouTube, go to James Festini. If you want to listen to my content on iTunes, please leave me a 5-star review. Join the Festini Mafia at jamesfestini.com/training. There you'll find all of my products and information. If you like to make money, get back to work.